What's up, everyone? I hope you are having a fantastic day today. Now, to get us started on today's video, we've got a tweet from Gold Telegraph. Breaking news: India will start testing its retail central bank digital currency on Thursday in 4 cities with 4 banks. It has arrived. The conversation on CBDCs has been going on for the last 2 years, and now it seems like it's finally time. I don't think it's a coincidence that banks have started rolling out CBDCs all at the same time, and just shortly after the collapse of one of the largest crypto exchanges, FTX. This has been well planned out all along. And while the banks are rolling out the CBDCs, it seems like Wells Fargo, MasterCard, Citigroup, and others have officially launched their 12-week experimental digital dollar pilot. If you have a keen eye, I'm sure you've realized by now that the world is getting ready for the new financial system. Signs of the system collapsing are inevitable, while on the other hand, preparations for the new system takes place. My only question is, are you ready for what's to come? As always, welcome back to Money Side, your favorite crypto news channel. If you're new here, welcome to the XRP team. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. In more exciting news today, we've got an interesting tweet from Mr. Man XRP, who shared, "XRP taps into the reserve. It's not a secret any longer. I'm holding on for life." Well, it seems like things are getting real around here, and it's all happening right in front of our eyes. All hands on deck. It's really exciting to see it. Not only solves the problems of large institutions, but also helps small businesses. So if you've been doubting if XRP is still a good bet, think again.
Project from start to finish to try to coordinate and launch this newest edition from the Federal Reserve?
Yeah, I think, it's easy to undersell the amount of complexity and effort that has gone on with our project. As you think about the back end of our solution, it plugs into the master accounts at the Federal Reserve System. So settlement would be done instantly, real time, to the master accounts, which also are interacting with all the other existing payment services. And they are the accounts upon which correspondents and other financial institutions rely. So for us to plug in real time alongside those other services and to move to 7-day, and to provide the level of information that financial institutions will need to manage their accounts, as well as manage a new service and provide services to their account holders or their members at credit unions, all started to layer on top of each other and create that complexity. Some of the folks on the FedNow team like to say, this is one of the biggest projects and most critical projects that we've done in quite some time. It's an all hands on deck thing that we've really put a lot of time and attention to. The deepest analyses I've had in my near 30-year career at the Fed have been included in these projects, and it's very rewarding to see it come close to the finish line.
Here's another tweet from the New York Times. It has some interesting updates. As we can see, the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said at DealBook Summit that the collapse of the cryptocurrency exchange FTX was a Lehman moment for the crypto industry. This is an industry that really needs to have adequate regulation, and it doesn't, she said. Yellen has time again talked about the dire need for adequate regulation in the crypto industry. Following the FTX collapse, we can only patiently wait and see if there are any steps that will be made in the right direction.
I have strongly believed and continue to believe, and I think everything we've lived through over the last couple of weeks, but earlier as well, says this is an industry that really needs to have adequate regulation, and it doesn't. We have consistently urged that regulatory gaps be closed, and I think this experience with his firm or set of firms just couldn't provide a better illustration. These are very risky assets. The good piece of an explosion like we saw is that it hasn't spilled over to the banking sector. Banking regulators have been very careful.
You don't think that
about crypto?
There's no Lehman moment here for you?
It's a Lehman moment within crypto, and crypto is big enough that you've had substantial harm of investors, and particularly people who aren't very well informed about the risks that they're undertaking. And that's a very bad thing.
And now as we wind down on today's video, I'm going to leave you with this clip that was shared by Truth Crumbs from February of this year. Ripple is going to be a household name. The banksters sued Ripple in order to hold them back to buy time in order to develop their own Ripple XRP knockoff, but they failed. How is that true? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think Ripple will finally become a household name?
And there was another frivolous lawsuit of Ripple Labs by the U.S. government. It's, David, just to slow them down.
They're just kicking the can down the road. They're just slowing the pace.
Because the banksters are not ready. And
I'm going
to make a bold comment, and it's just in my own vernacular. The banksters are good at fraud and murder. They're not good at software engineering.
Yeah.
Okay, there are lots of precedents. Like Neil Keenan was murdered and replaced. He was all about the old bonds, the gold-backed bonds. They murder people left and right. They actually murdered somebody, a source of mine. They murdered a close friend of his in Europe, and it really shook up my friend. The banksters sued XRP and Ripple Labs in order to buy time, not so much to hold them back as to, well, it's two motives. One, to hold back the development of the Ripple Labs, but it didn't work because they're still working. And the other motive is to buy time in order for the banksters to develop something in a similar manner with the intellectual property so that they can match Ripple and say, we've got our own Ripple, we don't need your Ripple, but they failed. And now they're saying, we need your Ripple. We're going to make a deal with you. We're going to have a timetable. We're going to have a schedule. It's going to be 18 to 24 months. We've got a span of time, and it is our accord. It's proof that the banksters failed in developing a similar system to XRP, and the same thing happened with Reggie Middleton. They failed in developing the building blocks for the digital financial structures that include banks and bond markets and stock market. It's the whole works.
So in a sense, their fate is sealed.
Their fate is sealed, and they bought in to the digital system.
As always, do your own research and always trade safely, guys. Please keep in mind we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. You can let us know always what you think in the comment section below. Let's start a conversation. Thank you so much for watching. Couldn't be here without you. Don't forget to like this video, and please click on that subscribe button below. And be sure to turn on notifications. That way you get informed whenever we post our amazing content. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next Money Side.